Hello folks, I'm back and just killing it with the fashion again, I'm sure you will agree. Today I am actually making a DJI Mini 2 video, and that's because there has been a recent app update to the DJI Fly App to version 1.7.0. I apologise, I've been away for a couple of days. I know this came out about 3 days ago. But I have heard that this has fixed a number of issues for people, and I've been doing a few tests myself this morning, and indeed, the Mini 2 at least does seem to be flying very, very well. Now, the app update of 1.7.0 has not yet been released for the RC controller. Now, one of the main problems that people were reporting with 1.6.9 was the fact that the flight logs were not updating correctly or even at all. Now, apparently that issue has been fixed. I seem to be okay on 1.7.0 in that regards, but if you are still having problems with the flight logs and you have updated, then please do keep us updated down in the comments below, just so we can know that that issue, well, whether it has or hasn't yet been resolved. So let's go ahead now, we'll do a test flight with the DJI Mini 2 together and see how we get on. And as always folks, I would ask that if you enjoy the video, if you like it, then please do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel just to be notified of future content. Flight checks are done. I've gone through the app settings because, well, they tend to reset once you update it, but everything seems okay. Let's just gain a little bit of altitude there. And I haven't done any calibrations in terms of compass or the GPS or whatnot, and I tend to do that once I've done an update, but everything seems okay at the minute. I'm not getting any warnings about IMU errors, which can tend to happen, so hopefully it's all going to be running smoothly. Like I say, I've done a couple of tests and there hasn't been any issues, so that's all good. And also, this is a perfect opportunity to just mention the Hollyland Lark M1. This is a brand new microphone that I'm using, and Hollyland sent this to me in exchange for a few honest words of what I think about it. But I have been so impressed with it so far. Even though I was only required to mention it in one video, I think it's going to be promoted to my main outdoor wireless mic. And the great thing about this is not only is the sound comparable to my Rode Wireless Go, but it is super convenient. The receiver and both transmitters, it comes with two, are able to connect nicely into the charging hub, and you can charge everything together. You don't need to power anything on or off when you use this mic. You just take it out and it's good to go. For those of us that are flying with the DJI Mini 3 Pro, we can connect this to the RC controller in order to record the audio from around the pilot as we are flying, but the quality is very good, and because you get two transmitters, you can even connect a second mic to somebody that's with you as you're flying, so you can really capture the moment there. So Josh has kindly volunteered to be my second person to show both of these transmitters are recording, hopefully. So just say something, Josh.
Hello.
Yeah, can hear that. Yeah. Say a little bit more.
I've been dragged off my computer for this.
Yes, I hope everybody appreciates that. And if you want to check the Lark M1 wireless mic out for yourself, I will leave the Amazon link down in the video description for your convenience. Well, I can't see the screen so well there, so I'm just moving into the shade a little bit. It always helps when you're flying to be able to actually see what you're doing, doesn't it? That's more like it. You know, the main reason for this update is to make the DJI Fly App compatible with the new Avata drone. And I have to say, I've seen a few videos and a few people using that drone, and it looks so fun, so entertaining. Annoyingly, you know, it's not something I'm really in a position to get at the moment, so I can't bring you any content on Avata right now. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section if that is a drone that has also piqued your interest, and if you have maybe even purchased one yourself, what you think of it. I've not really done any FPV flying myself, so you know, I'm not all that experienced with it, but honestly, the Avata looks like a great starter drone if that is the situation for you as well. But I'm happy right now with my Mini 2 and my Mini 3 Pro, I have to say. And I can definitely feel the wind out and about today as I'm flying, so yeah, it wasn't so windy earlier. I should have done my YouTube video then. But the fact that the flight logs have been fixed is awesome, if indeed that is the case. I'm getting a little bit of signal drop out there at about 350 meters away. But honestly, the Mini 2 tends to be okay when it comes to signal. About 460 meters. And a little bit of drift I can see. That might just be because of the wind there. I am using an ND32 filter from Freewell. I only really fly with ND filters now. I just prefer the look, the quality of the image that you tend to get with those. And I am going to go for a longer flight, but I do just need to bring this back now and swap the battery around, I think. And there's lots of birds out today. I always get nervous when a lot of birds are flying around my drone. I've never had an issue where a bird has attacked any of my drones during flight, but I have seen other YouTube videos where that has happened. So there is a bird right now just circling, literally circling around the drone. And now it's actually matching the altitude as well. So I'm coming down, I'm landing there. And we're off again. Only 52%, but that should be enough for this test. I honestly thought I had one full battery left of charge, but I must have not charged it since before my tests this morning, so since I last used it, typical. It's such a beautiful day though, you know, it really is, and just being able to take these drones out is such a pleasure. You can get some beautiful sights in, can't you? And I'm going to go away, not next week, the week after, down to Cornwall. So I'm going to be taking the drones with me, the Mini 2 and the Mini 3 Pro, and I'm hopefully going to be capturing some just lovely sights to share with you folks. So, you know, maybe stick around if you want to see those. But for today, this is just a test to see how the flight works. And yeah, you know, it's looking fine. If I just have a quick look down at the settings here, if I go to the About page, you can see that we are running 1.7.0, which is, of course, the latest version that we've just updated to. So that's good. And maybe if we just capture some footage here as well. For actual cinematic footage, you might want a lower frame rate. RC signal interference at 360 meters. Yeah, you might want a lower frame rate, and that's just so that you can get that more cinematic look. But because of making a YouTube video, I need to try and have a consistency with all the different cameras and that I have. No, such a lovely day. One of the things I do love to use these drones for is hyperlapse. Now, sadly, there is no true hyperlapse feature built into the Mini 2. So I tend to stick to the Mini 3 Pro when it comes to that. And there's no hyperlapse feature in the DJI app either, from what I know. But if you folks have any ideas as to how I can record hyperlapse on the Mini 2, then I would really be interested in finding out. But honestly, you know, the Mini 2 is flying fine on 1.7.0. I did update the firmware as well. Oh, I think it's looking awesome. Let's just drop down a little bit, shall we? I do like to try and get some low flying shots if we can. Not too low, of course. We don't want to crash. There's no obstacle avoidance on this drone. Yeah, I'm not going to take it out much further because I don't have a huge amount of battery life. Okay, folks, well, I know they weren't the longest flights in the world. I must remember to take these batteries out to get them charged. But combined with the tests I did this morning, I am satisfied that the Mini 2 is flying well on 1.7.0. At least in my case, I was getting a few signal dropouts at around 300 to 400 metres. But I don't know what could be causing that. I don't know if that's going to be related to the Fly App update itself, or if there was actually some interference that was happening around those various locations where it was taking place. But as always, guys, if you are experiencing any problems on 1.7.0, then please do share those down in the comments just to make everybody else aware. I know that people do appreciate that, so thank you very much. And as the update comes out to the RC screen controller for the Mini 3 Pro, we can do another update then as well, just to see if it's all functioning as it should be. So thank you so much for taking the time to check out the video. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, please remember to click the thumbs up button and stick around for future drone content. So next videos should be when I'm hanging around in the luscious land of Cornwall. There should be some beautiful sights there to capture. So please stick around and we'll check those out together. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.